vciso-au Cyberwatch, 16th December 2025. Strategic Cybersecurity Intelligence Brief. Powered by vciso-au. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay secure. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Anil Yelamati, DW Report. ANZ. Hopper Developments has just been listed as a new victim of the Chilin ransomware group, with the incident first appearing on leak tracking sites on December 15, 2025, New Zealand time. Australia. None news from Deep Web, Dark Daily Web, Playticket data. Breach alleged sale of 210,000 user and order records. Playticket, a South Korea-based online ticketing and reservation platform, has reportedly suffered a data breach exposing user and transaction information. A threat actor has listed a database for sale on a cybercrime forum, claiming it contains approximately 210,000 user and order records linked to the domain playticket.co.kr. Nashua, Botswana. Data breach, 21.5 gigabytes of internal data offered for sale. Nashua, Botswana, a leading provider of office automation, printing, ICT, and internet services in southern Africa, has allegedly been compromised. A 21.5 gigabyte collection of internal company data has appeared for sale on a cybercrime forum, with an asking price of $8,000 in Bitcoin. ThermoX Company Limited data breach, 170 gigabyte database listed for sale. ThermoX Company Limited, a Thailand-based manufacturer of high-pressure equipment and heat exchangers, has reportedly experienced a breach. A 170 gigabyte database attributed to the company is being offered for sale on a cybercrime marketplace for $15,000. Kuwait Energy Basra, UEGL, breach, 100 gigabytes, internal operations archive leaked. Kuwait Energy Basra, UEGL, a subsidiary of Hong Kong-listed United Energy Group operating in Iraq, has allegedly been compromised. A threat actor is offering a 100 gigabyte internal operational archive related to the Faiha oil field in Block 9, Basra Province, reportedly covering operations from 2015 to 2025 and containing critical technical data. Yaladin Express. Allegedly breached, 123 gigabytes of internal documents for sale. Yaladin El Jazair Service SPA, one of Algeria's largest private express postal and logistics companies, has reportedly been compromised. A threat actor has listed a 123 gigabyte archive of internal documents for sale on a cybercrime forum, potentially impacting a major portion of Algeria's e-commerce logistics network. Bulk Linux server access advertised, including 750 hosts, root and user accounts, 18,867 WordPress admin accesses. Offered in Hacker Forum auction. German e-commerce shop access, auctioned on a popular forum. Hacker Forum listing claims 535,000 APOIA.SE records leaked. 1. U.S. fintech and data services firm 700 Credit suffered a data breach impacting at least 5.6 million people. 700 Credit disclosed a data breach that exposed sensitive personal information of at least 5.6 million individuals. The exposed data includes names, home addresses, dates of birth, and social security numbers. 700 Credit is a U.S.-based fintech and data services provider serving the automotive, RV, powersports, and marine dealership sectors. Its services include credit reports, soft pull pre-qualification, identity verification, fraud detection, and compliance tools. The Michigan-based firm integrates directly with dealer systems and credit bureaus to screen customers and generate regulatory notices. 700 Credit supports approximately 18,000 dealerships nationwide, significantly amplifying the breach's impact. The breach occurred in October 2025, with stolen data collected from dealers between May and October 2025. The company confirmed the incident involved unauthorized access to personally identifiable information, PII. In its public notification, 700 Credit stated there is currently no evidence of identity theft or fraud linked to the incident. Cybersecurity experts were engaged and determined the attack was limited to the application layer. The company reported that internal systems, networks, and operations were not compromised. 700 Credit notified impacted dealers and began informing affected consumers about the exposure. The incident was reported to the FBI and the FTC, with regulatory notifications coordinated on behalf of dealers. The company plans to notify state attorneys general and is offering credit monitoring services to impacted individuals. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel issued a consumer alert, urging affected individuals to monitor credit reports, consider credit freezes, and remain vigilant against fraud and phishing attempts. 2. French Interior Ministry confirms cyber attack on email servers. France's Interior Ministry confirmed a cyber attack that compromised its email servers. The breach was detected overnight between December 11th and December 12th. Threat actors gained access to some document files stored on email systems. Authorities have not yet confirmed whether any data was exfiltrated. In response, the ministry tightened security protocols and strengthened access controls. Immediate protective measures were implemented across information systems used by ministry staff. French authorities launched a formal investigation to determine the origin and scope of the attack. Interior Minister Laurent Nunez stated that multiple motives are being considered. Possible attackers include foreign state-sponsored actors, activists, or cybercriminal groups. Nunez emphasized that investigators do not yet know the identity or intent of the attackers. The Interior Ministry oversees police forces, internal security, and immigration services, making it a high-value target. France has previously attributed cyber campaigns against government entities to APT-28. APT-28 is linked to Russia's GRU military unit 26165. ANSSI reported that APT-28 targeted ministries, local governments, research bodies, defense organizations, and financial institutions. Since 2021, APT-28 has frequently targeted round-cube email servers to steal strategic intelligence from government and diplomatic organizations across Europe and North America. Third, Coupang data breach traced to ex-employee who retained system access. A major data breach at Coupang exposed the personal data of 33.7 million customers. The breach was traced to a former employee who retained access after leaving the company. The findings were shared by the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency following an investigation. Police conducted a raid on Coupang's offices to collect evidence. Coupang is South Korea's largest online retailer, employing around 95,000 people. The company generates over $30 billion in annual revenue, underscoring the scale of the breach. Exposed data includes names, email addresses, physical addresses, and order histories. The breach occurred on June 24, 2025, but was only discovered on November 18, 2025. Coupang publicly disclosed the incident on December 1, 2025. On December 6, the company stated that the stolen data had not appeared online. Despite cooperation claims, police carried out independent forensic investigations. Coupang CEO Park Dae-jun resigned, calling it the worst cybersecurity failure in the country's history. Investigators identified the suspect as a 43-year-old Chinese national and former Coupang employee. The suspect worked on an authentication management system and left the company in 2024. Police are collecting system logs, access records, IP addresses, credentials, and internal documents to determine how access was abused. 4. New Gentleman ransomware, breaching corporate networks to exfiltrate and encrypt sensitive data. Gentleman ransomware was first identified in August 2025 and has rapidly expanded. The group uses a double extortion model, exfiltrating data before encrypting systems. This strategy allows attackers to leverage stolen data even if victims have backups. The ransomware is written in the Go programming language, enabling cross-platform execution. Gentleman employs Group Policy Object, GPO, manipulation to propagate within networks. It also uses Bring Your Own Vulnerable Driver, BYOVD techniques to disable security controls. These tactics allow attackers to bypass endpoint protection and escalate privileges. The group has already impacted organizations in at least 17 countries. Targeted sectors include healthcare, manufacturing, insurance, and other enterprises. ASEC analysts classify Gentleman as one of the most active emerging ransomware groups of 2025. The group primarily targets medium to large organizations. Gentleman employs detection evasion techniques to avoid security monitoring tools. Upon execution, the malware requires a specific password argument, otherwise it terminates. This requirement acts as an anti-analysis measure against sandboxes and researchers. Before encryption, the ransomware disables Windows Defender and stops backup and database services such as Veeam, MS SQL, and MongoDB. 5. Shannon, AI pen testing tool that autonomously checks for code vulnerabilities and executes real exploits. Shannon is a fully autonomous AI-powered pen testing tool for web applications. It identifies vulnerabilities through source code analysis and validates them with live exploits. Unlike static scanners, Shannon actively exploits real attack paths. The tool mimics human red team methodologies across reconnaissance and exploitation phases. Shannon outperformed human pen testers and proprietary tools on the XBOW benchmark. It ingests source code to map application data flows. Parallel AI agents test for OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities like XSS, SSRF, injection, and auth flaws. Tools such as Nmap and browser automation are used during exploitation. Only confirmed, reproducible exploits are included in final reports, reducing false positives. Shannon demonstrated the ability to achieve full application compromise on vulnerable targets. It is built using Anthropic's Claude Agent SDK. The tool supports white box testing, Docker deployments, and CI/CD integration. Shannon can handle two-factor authentication protected applications, a challenge for many automated tools. Typical runs take 1 to 1.5 hours and cost around $50, producing executive reports and POCs. Developers emphasize ethical use, requiring authorization and warning against running it in production environments.